Hello everybody and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay and Zweihander Blackhearts. It is a very special episode today because it is our finale, the very last episode where the Blackhearts will ride together. And so I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to jump right into it and remind ourselves of who we are and who we're going to be playing today. Let's start with Kimmy. Kimmy, how are you doing today?
I am doing just well, thanks. How are you doing, Will?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I was up late last night worrying about today, so I'm hoping it goes well.
Yeah, you're nervous.
I just hope we all have nice deaths. That's the best I can hope
That
for.
was my main concern, really. Yeah.
It doesn't matter who wins or loses. It's how you played the game.
It's how you die horrifically.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. I'm Kimmy, and I will be playing Danny, who is a human fop, who is kind of like a socialite kind of character.
Fantastic. And of course, we have Doxy back with us tonight. Doxy, how's it going?
Howdy, it's going. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Good. I'm Persephone. She's a meanie. Also a secret
She's a
witch, but
big
it's
old
not a
meanie.
secret anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the percentage?
And we've been... Yeah, what percentage are we going up to?
I think right now, probably 5% witch, 95% bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, fair.
Wow. That's...
If you'd used some magic to murder those people in cold blood, then it would have been slightly higher, but...
Yeah. Better ratio.
But instead, you just stabbed them with a pointy object.
Right. It's...
The old-fashioned way.
Swings and roundabouts, really.
Right.
Fantastic. We got Ruben with us tonight. Ruben, how's it going, my friend?
It's going all right. I think that this is going to be both fun and educational for everyone involved. I play Nick Rattenberry. I'm a human Bravo. I also poke people with the sharp end. And sometimes I'm good with words, and sometimes I'm not so good with the ideas. But fisticuffs tend to be where I'm most useful. So hopefully that will pan out today.
Fantastic. And we have Lydia with us tonight. Lydia, how's it going?
Hey, it's going so good. I heard that you were doing well, too. Someone told me that. Is that true?
That was a lie. Don't believe anything.
Shit.
Yeah.
You hear about me?
I hope you feel better soon, Will. I am Lydia. I play Polaris. She is an elven astrologer. She will not murder you in cold blood. She may give you her blessing and then fly out of a window while someone else does it. But, you know, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Too.
That seems likely. Just more of an enabler of murder than anything else. So, yeah. That's
I'll
fine.
clean the blood out of your clothes afterwards, though.
Right.
I'll do
And
that
who's
for you.
worst, really?
Right. I mean, who's to say? Really, at the end of the day. Fantastic. Well, I'll get into it here in just a few seconds, but I'll remind you guys that we are sponsored by Zweihander. It's been a fantastic game to play for the past 16 weeks. Real honor to get to play with these guys and to play in this wonderful system that at first a lot of us didn't have any idea how to play, and now we're all firmly invested and involved in the Zweihanders, and no doubt we'll be playing lots of them in the future as well. But yeah, definitely check it out. Zweihander RPG. GrimandPerilous.com is the place to go and check all of it out. Hit it up on Amazon. You can get yourself a copy, and I think right now the Amazon algorithm's being pretty nice, and those it's still pretty cheap on Amazon right now, so grab your copy while you still can. What else? Our regular sponsors include fantasygrounds.com, a virtual tabletop of choice. Go check that out. waylandgames.co.uk is our go-to destination for tabletop war games. War games are up to 20% off the retail value. TabletopBlue.com give away sets of dice whenever we hit 20 retweets on this tweet. I'm going as fast as I can because I want to get into the action today. Oh, and one more thing. The sign above us is for Grimace Space, and there's about 50 hours left to go on the Grimace Space Kickstarter. We played that game on Wednesday. They're sponsoring the show for the whole week, so check it out. It's a Starfinder-compatible sci-fi horror RPG setting an adventure from Sean Astin of The Lord of the Rings. So that was pretty fun.
Right.
And Mr. E. McKellen tweeted about it or posted about it on Facebook the other day. So check it out; it's pretty awesome. Yeah, and they've raised £115,000, which in Canadian money, which isn't real, is $146,000. But Canadian money is a little bit like Monopoly money, so don't worry about that. Check it out while you still can, and let's jump into today's recap because it's been a couple of weeks since we actually last played together. So they returned to Einem with Sir Renfred, who had undergone a pretty severe amount of torture and pain at the hands of their nemesis, the Heartless Man. But through Persephone's sacrifice of 6, or turned out 7 allies, they managed to get him back. Turns out, though, that one of those allies that they murdered, Alicia, the Bravo, was his daughter, and so he was a little bit broken by that news, and there were a lot of conversations about how to proceed. What ended up happening is when they got back to Einem, they spoke with Lord Philippe Chapmeyer, who told them that the army are arriving very shortly into Einem, and there was a conversation about whether or not to march on Castle Dumire, where the bad guys are at, where these plague hounds have been coming from, and bring with them the blood plague, which will likely level a city if it's allowed to go unchecked. However, the party decided that, you know what, they're just, 4, 5, or 5 they were on time, Blackhearts, who were maybe not best suited for front lines on the battlefield, and instead determined to go and face Adarian, the Heartless Man, at Castle Dumire itself, where they believe him to be controlling the masses of plague hounds from that center. And if they can get there and interrupt his plans, perhaps they can save the city. Another important thing happened with Charlie right at the end of the episode, in which he decided to make a rather radical life change. And you could say. And he decided to
moving up in career
move, decided to try and become a crow rather, of Arkenbury. And with Dr. Phineas's assistance a little bit, he grafted his own flesh mask and decided to leave the city, hoping that would save his friends by making a sacrifice to essentially end his own life as it once was and follow down this dark path of the crows. Meanwhile, Sir Patrick and Danny came to an arrangement of sorts, an agreement that they wouldn't fight each other anymore, and that once all of this was over, that Sir Patrick would sort of take Danny into his entourage, and maybe she would be his advisor, because one day he may very well end up being an important person. Right now he's a bit of a dickhead, but people don't always stay that way. People can change, and maybe Danny saw a little something in Sir Patrick, who is going to be leading the cavalry in the battle to come. And so we're going to start off. I know you guys had been sort of going around on various different errands around the city, and I think Persephone may still be with Mash.
I'm stashed in Mash's cellar.
Stashed in
making a circle of protection.
Excellent. And how long does Persephone intend to stay there for? Once, I guess it was the whole
until they come
hours,
to get me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So then the rest of the party, because Persephone's there. So Polaris, Danny, and Nick, who are in and/or around for the purposes of this, the Chapmeyer estate's base of operations. Is you are approached by Dr. Phineas, who tells you that he has some very important and grave news that he has to give to you. And so, cut forward 10 minutes when all of you have been brought around a table in Dr. Phineas's lab, and he says, I'm afraid... yeah, go ahead. You had something you wanted to...
Sorry, I was going to say, is Persephone going to be here for this or no?
I couldn't find her. If you want to send for her, you can.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Because she's got... I think you guys know that she needs, until next morning or something like that, until she's finished.
I definitely...
Okay. Yeah, Phineas says, I'm afraid... I'm sorry for bringing you here like this, friends, but... well, there's no easy way to say this, but it's your friend, Charlie. He's left.
I'm sorry, what?
To where?
To Arkenbury.
He left?
What?
Yes, I'm afraid there wasn't much I could do to stop him. Although I did beg him to stay. He left a letter for you. I think you want to read it.
Yeah, give it.
He passes over the scroll. I'm not sure what's inside, but you might all want to sit down for a moment.
Okay.
We'll look for like the nearest sitting room.
Yeah, find a chair and
Is
unseal the.
Is that room? Is the office? Wasn't that the office? Or there was like a side room? Maybe it was like a parlor where we met Renfred the first time.
Sure, yeah, you could be around that table. Yeah.
If that's available, we'll take that.
Okay. So I guess Danny unscrolls the letter to read.
Yes, definitely.
Let's see if this works.
Blackhearts, the end approaches. The plague wafts through the air like the smell of rotten flesh in the sun, and with the rot comes pests, drawn to feast on the death. I wish to aid you on your journey, but the pestilence that plagues this land grows near, and I fear for the people of Einam and the Empire. My father's methods have proved both fruitless and devastating. I cannot spill the blood of every citizen on a shred of hope that it will stave off tragedy. I cannot act as a tool of death in my duty to preserve life, and I cannot forgive myself for allowing such tragedy to occur while I still breathe. I have sought another way out. I know we've agreed to make no plans in secret, but I'm afraid I must breach your trust one last time. The Princess of Red Carnage had more knowledge and power than any of us, the power even to fend off the plague. This city has an army. It has lords, scouts, mages, doctors, barbers. What it needs now is a crow. And so I shed my ties, my guilt, and my blood. We, each of us, wear a mask. Tonight, I don the mask of a harbinger, its fortune pallid and opaque as brittle bone. Whether I end up bringing life or it leads to my death, the only future I forsake now is my own. To Nick, I hope that your mask may shield you from the horrors of this world. You'll need it in the fight to come. But when you return victorious, I hope that, in spite of tragedy, you find someone for whom you can finally let your mask down. To Persephone, your actions on that ship were unconscionable. But the sins of that night do not belong solely to you, and you should not have to shoulder that burden alone. I truly hope that you can reconcile with our compatriots, and that our deeds ultimately prove worthwhile. May your intentions ever remain good and true, even when your actions falter. To Danny, I'm sorry that we hurt you so harshly that you sought control through violence. Your vitality in life is worth more than we deserve. Do not let the world take that from you. No one is beyond redemption. Be truthful, seek forgiveness in others, and you need not lose yourself to stupor any further. And to Polaris, your loyalty and virtue have been the greatest boon to all of us. I have been lost since long before we were brought together by blood, but it is by your star that I managed to find my way. And while that path may now send me elsewhere, I know that your light will always be present in me. I wish you all the best. Your friend, the Black-Hearted Crow.
And that's where the letter falls off.
Well, shit.
Asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then there were 4. I guess we have to save the world by ourselves now.
Well, there's only 3 right now, Nick. Have to go back and get one.
Yeah, I'm
I don't think he's
hoping
an
that's
asshole.
gonna. I think we're all
For what it's
assholes, but
I wish we didn't have to continue on without him, but
He made his choice. I respect it.
well, let's do this thing right then.
so what's our next step now? Are we just resting for the night?
Well, we want to move when everyone else is occupied. So whenever the forces are on their way out to meet the army of the dead right out in front of the castle, we're moving right before then, during the mustering stage. How soon is that from now?
Yeah, you think you have until about the morning, I think was the plan. Once Persephone had finished her circle and then head out. Because the army is... the Chatbire army is here, and they are just waiting for the Plague Hounds to arrive, which could be, they suspect, tomorrow around midday as their closest sort of estimate.
Okay. So that's the plan. I guess we get a night's rest. We're free to move about the cabin, right? We're free to check in with Persephone. I mean, I'm saying in character, like we're not being tagged or followed, so we can go back to the horse and mare and let Persephone know the plan. She can keep doing her thing, right?
Well, she knows. We were there with her earlier.
Right, but does she know we're leaving in the morning?
She does, right, Polaris?
That was the plan. She needs a full day to do the circle that she's creating.
Right, she needs a full day, which means she's not going to sleep. Right?
I guess I didn't think about that.
Okay, well, in any case, I think that she can pull an all-nighter. That's not the issue. The other thing is, how are we going? How are we moving? Do we want to take a carriage, or do we want to tunnel out, or do we just want to walk? Take the river? We got lots of options.
You see in fact, you hear a heavy knock on the door.
Yes.
Did you invite anybody? I didn't invite anybody.
No, but this isn't our castle. Come in.
It's fair.
In steps an aged knight with an old suit of armor which looks like it's in 100 scrapes and dings against it. His beard is graying, his eyes are a cool green, and he looks around the room and his eyes finally rest on Nick. And he says, I was told that there is an old friend of mine here. I came looking. Have I found him?
Do I recognize him?
He's older now. but you certainly recognize the same Sir Urquhart that taught you the ways of the Bravo all of those years ago.
You certainly have.
He smiles. Good. I heard there was a war coming, and, well, I'm here to help. It's good to see you. Alive.
You too. There is a war coming. Where have you been?
Traveling. You know me. I've lived quite the life in the past few decades. Even did some sailing. Traveled off the coast, saw what I could find. There's naught out there but pain and misery. And so I came back to Penumbra, where the pain and misery is at least familiar.
And now you're back to here and found what this fine mess we've gotten ourselves into.
I couldn't let you fight this war all on your own. There's glory to be had.
It's true.
So, I've spoken with the lord of this city, and he tells me that the defenses of the castle are ready. But he also struck me like an arrogant aristocrat who might not know too much about these things. So, how about you all tell me, what's the real plan?
First of all, Blackhearts, this is Sir Urquhart. Or Sir Urquhart.
He bows.
He's a very old friend from work.
Hey, not that old.
Well, older than you used to be.
I could say the same.
Fair point. He's, well, you all know me. He's the only human being that I can think of that I really trust. Yeah, so the plan is that there's a big army of dead things coming. I assume you've had run-ins on your adventures.
Indeed.
The forces of death are coming from what used to be a castle, and now is some sort of nexus point to the north of here. The forces of Einem, theoretically, will crash against the rocks of those forces. While that is occurring, the elite group that you see in front of you is going to try to make our way towards that castle nexus and hit the off switch, or kill something in the middle, or hopefully find something there that is more useful than the four of us being in just the middle of a battle.
I see. So we're going to need to find a way up to this castle, stick it to whatever undead bastard lives there, and save the world, huh? I like it.
That is the plan. But before we go any further, and I will turn to Polaris and Danny and say, I know I trust Urquhart, but this is a group venture. So,
Yes, we need all the help we can get, and if you trust him, then all the better.
It's hard to know who your friends are here, and if you already know him and he's your friend, then of course we trust him.
all right. We're leaving as soon as is most convenient and is most distracting, or with everyone else being distracted. We have one other to pick up on the way out of town. And we can fill you in on all the details.
You have means to travel? I have some fresh horses we could take.
That sounds perfect.
Might be the better option than what we had planned. So yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, I see you found yourself in the company of beautiful women, Nicholas. I'm most jealous.
Yeah. And I'll just like shoot a glance at Danny and Polaris and be like, "Yep, that's
Which one of these
the case."
Which one of these lovely ladies is going to make an honest man of my boy, huh?
Oh boy, Nick will blush profusely. We'll see. We'll see if we survive. Then we'll have that discussion later.
Very well. Well, gather this of a friend of yours. I will ready the horses for the morning, and I'll have a few things for us by then as well. It might come in handy.
It's good to see you.
And you. And
Pleasure to meet you, Sir Eckhart.
Enchanted. And he moves to make ready the horses.
Wow.
Oh. All right, then. If there's nothing else we need to do, I think we should all get some rest.
I'd kind of like to go check on Persephone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a good idea. Would it draw more attention?
No one seemed to be watching us before. I can't imagine why they would now. They seem to believe
after
us.
speaking with Mash last night, I'm just concerned he'll forget to feed her.
That's fair. I think that our needing to hide away from the authorities has passed, but that is thoughtful. I think I'm gonna catch up on some sleep, maybe do a little bit of light reading before turning in.
All right, then. So, Polaris, you head back over to the horse and mare and head downstairs to the basement where you find Persephone and Mash. Mash has fallen asleep at this point in a corner, and Persephone is drawing the ritual circle still.
Chiseling.
Did he remember to feed you?
I imagine that would probably startle me. I probably didn't hear you come in or anything. So she'll jump and then wipe sweat off her forehead, probably leave a streak of stone dust. Yeah, I've eaten fine.
I tried to explain what was going on, and he didn't quite understand, and it's a lot to understand. So I just was checking, make sure you're okay.
He's a sweet man. I think I want to leave my things to him. I don't know if he will be able to use anything besides maybe the animal fat to cook with.
There's always Mash on the go in Mash's place, I'm sure.
But, I mean, I'm sure some things would be sentimental for him at least.
Of course.
I'm not going to survive this journey.
I'm not willing to say that yet, and I'll make sure he gets whatever you want to leave to him.
Thanks.
I know that you probably won't be able to come back here.
Hope.
Can I help you with this circle?
Yeah. I would indicate wherever Mash's tools are and just get back to work.
I know the same ritual, so I can help out. I'll also cover Mash up and make sure he's comfortable.
Okay. I guess, do you show her the letter from Charlie as well?
Oh, yeah, of course I would have done that.
Okay.
I would
wanna
offer
talk
to
about
read it to
that.
her. I would read it to you, like, while you were working, so you didn't have to stop.
That idiot.
That's what Nick said.
Idiot.
That's what Nick said, too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Big stupid dummy.
He was so much more useful patching us up. He was so much more useful that way.
I think just everything that he's seen since being with us, too much.
Yeah. Did I tell you that he was going to offer himself up as sacrifice instead of the others on the boat?
That's not surprising. That's exactly something Charlie would do.
I think what I did cracked him.
I don't think you're wrong. But he's troubled to begin with. I spoke with him about his father and his childhood and all of the pieces fitting together in his life like they had. It was too much for him.
Well, whatever. If he needs to go, forget him. All that matters is me and you.
I would tuck the letter away in like something that's close and where I won't lose it.
I would just work quietly from then on.
I'll help.
Okay. So I guess we'll cut then till the next morning when preparations are being made to head out of the city. So you still have the choice of heading through the tunnels that Father Dunkus showed Polaris, or if you'd rather just head out of the city. And either way, you can lead the horses down through the tunnels. They're big enough to, once you're outside,
Right.
you might want to take Kurt's horses. Or if you'd rather
Yeah.
just set out in a direction, that's
I
totally
still-
fine as well.
I still think the tunnels are the best idea.
Persephone would insist on the tunnels because if they see her, they're going to kill her. They're going
Right,
to hang her.
That too.
I would have made sure that we would have taken the tunnels too. I don't think it would be a hard thing to convince everyone of.
Cool. And horses through the tunnels. Sounds great.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanna say one quick thing. The night before, I would have gone and done a little bit of light reading. I probably would have started trying to read His Missing Gorilla, and then given up on it. But I also would have taken a look through whatever. Did Charlie leave his notes and his papers and his books?
I think he actually took all of the stuff with him. I think he had his bag with him. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. In that case, the other thing I would have looked for is specifically about this castle. I would have just tried to find any information I could about this location, its catacombs, its history. If it happens to be Ardaman architecture, that would be ideal, because I have a book on Ardaman architecture. But I'm trying to find out where whatever the beating heart is, if there is such a thing, where it's going to be, if it's going to be in the throne room or the catacombs or a watchtower or whatever.
Yeah, give me a education. That's a skill in this game, right? Yes.
Great.
Education roll.
Sure, that's something that Nick does. Nope, sure doesn't. Education?
Yeah.
Yep, that's a nope. That's a big nope.
So I think Nick spends the best part of the night trying to find something, and then realizes that you've been up so late that you should probably just try and pass out.
All right. It was trying to read his missing gorilla. I shouldn't have tried. It was just it's not my type of literature. I couldn't get into it.
There you go. Okay, so the next morning then, you guys wake up, and wherever you are, you head over to the temple where the witch hunters previously slaughtered Mother Paulina. Now, Sir Urquhart awaits with horses that he has. He's brought fresh horses that he's brought, and Father Duncus is there as well. They appear to have spoken with one another, and as the group of you arrive, we'll just say you arrive at the same. In fact, I'll give Persephone a moment. Do you leave before Mash wakes up?
Oh man, she couldn't do that to him. She would wake him up and say goodbye.
Okay. So in that case, you wake up Mash that morning. You sort of, I must have fallen asleep on the ground. Oh, you've done your circle. That looks nice.
If you get in trouble, I want you to head straight down here, okay? If you can't get away, this is where you go.
Yeah, you're always saying if I get in trouble, but it's always you what's in the trouble, isn't it?
It is. And speaking to that, Mash, thank you for everything that you've done for me, but I can never return here.
What?
I am in trouble. And if I come back, they'll kill me.
What? But I'm sure you can't have done nothing that bad.
I don't think so. But the law disagrees.
Well, then we'll tell them that.
We can't. We can't tell them that. I can't come back, but I promise that if I survive this plague, this ordeal, and I settle down, I'll send word to you, and we can visit, okay?
I don't understand nothing of this.
I think that you will in time. If I don't survive, then a box of my things will be sent to you. You've been a very valuable friend to me.
But I don't want you to die.
I don't want to die,
go away.
but I might, and I will go away. I'm very sorry, and I will miss you. And she will start to cry a little bit and give him a little kiss on the cheek.
Here's some big man tears. Oh, okay, well, I guess this is goodbye then.
I'll remember you fondly forever, and I promise that if I settle, I'll write to you.
I'll come straight away if you do.
Okay. I'd like that.
Me too.
And then I would hand him my, it's, okay, so she has a holy symbol. It's kind of like a little cross. Actually more like an arrow, like just a little wooden arrow in a circle. And she would hand that to him to remember me by.
He smiles. I've never had a friend before. Not a real one.
Well, now you do.
Well, will you look after yourself out there, okay? And don't you try and be no hero, alright? Because I'll be mad.
Okay, I promise.
Alright. Well, you just get on out there, you do what you got to do, and you don't let no one stop you, okay?
Okay. And she'll give him a hug and another kiss on the cheek and depart.
Okay. You leave Mash and a horse and mare behind for what may very well be the last time. And when you arrive at the temple, you see Sir Urquhart and the rest of your companions awaiting you.
I try to clean myself up a little bit so that they can't tell that I was crying, and just slide onto the horse.
Urquhart says, I've spoken with the good father here, and safe passage has been secured for us. It's good to meet you, Miss Persephone. My name is Sir Urquhart. I'm an old friend of Mr. Rattenbury's here.
It's good to meet you too, sir.
Well, we best be on our way. And around in the city today, the city is bristling and prepared for war. The soldiers are on the walls, and you can even see the procession leading through the center of town, which is the cavalry led by Sir Patrick. And in the distance, you can hear the trumpets blaring and the shouts of the crowd. The temple is quiet, and everyone else that's sane has hidden within their houses and locked the doors. There's a sense of unease and dread within Ina tonight, or this morning.
Oh, is it too late to just follow Charlie to Arkenberry?
No.
No, let's go see if we can put a stop to this, Castle Doomire.
I have faith.
Come on, it's the end of the world. This sort of thing only happens once in a lifetime. Why so gloomy?
Hopefully. Yeah. Do you want to live forever? Come on, let's go do this thing.
Nicholas tells me that you write stories. Perhaps you will be in them, rather than writing them.
Oh, I'm in lots of them. Just the more body ones.
I'm sure. Well, if you survive through all of this, do make sure that you include the passage about Sir Urquhart's timely arrival to save these heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Good, I don't want to be forgotten.
Never.
Deus ex Urquhart coming in the clutch.
Fine.
Good, very good. So he and Father Duncus lets you inside, and the group of you continue down into the catacombs that Polaris found the other day, and quickly find yourself within similar long, dark stone caverns to the ones that you found yourselves in Ostworld all that time ago. Although it wasn't really that long ago, it does feel like a lifetime away. And as you travel through the caverns, you can't help but think back on the simple lives that you used to live before all of this happened. Of the jobs that you had, the friends that were alive, and those that have now passed. Eventually, you find your way out of the tunnels, and the clip-clopping of the horses' hooves finally stops on the cobbles and arrives onto the wetter, muddier grass of the marshy area around the river that you've traveled across several times. But always on boat, never on horse before.
About what time of day is it?
By the time you get out of here, it's around midday. In the far distance, you can hear a faint echo of battle. It seems as though the war may have begun without you. And Urquhart says, that's the cavalry. I can hear their trumpets.
All the more reason to get to the castle to try to put a stop to whatever is behind all this.
Yeah. Is it just Urquhart, or is there, or does he have a cadre?
He has come alone. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well.
it's just us.
Yeah.
I hope that there aren't many of them, or that there's a way into this castle that can avoid any eyes. If they're smart, they'll have left a rear guard behind. Let's hope they're not smart.
Right. Yeah, and also, I don't know how close we want to take the horses. They're noisier than just footfalls, so we might want to find a place to lash them up in the woods.
We'll ride them as long as
We can do
possible
that.
to cut down on time.
Yeah, as long as we can stay on the horses, but once we get within eye distance of the castle, maybe proceed on foot from there. So, and again, we don't know what we're going to find. We've never been to this castle. The last time we tried to scout, let's not talk about that. We haven't been able to scout the castle, so we don't know if there's a moat. We don't know how the walls are. We don't know anything, really. Have you been to Castle Dumire in your history?
I can't say that I have, but I've been round hundreds of castles in my time, and they're all the same, more or less.
Suggestions?
Well, this castle was built by men. It will, despite there being monsters living inside it, it still acts the same way. May or may not be a moat, but there will almost certainly be a sally port, a secret entrance from which to ride forth from. They're usually in similar spots, so if we can get a good look around the perimeter, then we might be able to find it. If that's not an option, then we're going to have to grapple over the walls and pull ourselves up. That's a louder option, however.
Right. Okay. We
I can't help
proceed.
but I can't help but notice, and forgive me if I'm being rude, but Miss Polaris, are you not a mage? That staff you hold.
Yes, I am, but I have all the papers. I'm registered.
She's bona fide.
Oh. I see. Well, then we are in vaulted company indeed. Perhaps you can just simply magic us into the castle from here.
Magic you into the castle? I don't think I know that one.
Because that would be really helpful.
I could get myself in.
Well, one man
That's a
inside
start.
a castle is worth 1,000 troops.
Yeah. You can get yourself in?
Possibly I could.
I don't want you to go alone.
If you bear hugged Persephone, could she go with you? I don't know how whatever magic that is works.
I don't think I could carry her with me, but if you give me a second, I could maybe think of something.
Not to be that guy, but now would be the time.
What's the setup of the castle, Will?
Well, at this point, to be fair, you're not close enough to see. But if you're
No.
thinking of it like a keep, you're expecting a big door, maybe a moat, some big walls.
Yeah. Probably 4 corners that are towers. The secret entrance passage point that Urquhart referenced is probably at a crux point, like a concave corner behind one of the front towers in that little bend in the wall, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's on the other side of a moat, who knows?
So Persephone, how heavy do you think you are? Do you think I could carry you?
She's probably 100 pounds. She's pretty small.
Okay. I'm pretty small too. I can try to fly us in there. You just gotta hold on real tight.
Okay.
Maybe we could rope ourselves together.
Right.
It's gonna require a lot of coordination on my part and a lot of concentrating. But we can try.
How do I make this easier for you?
Don't move.
Okay. Done.
I think I don't hate this plan. Going over the walls is a lot easier than trying to break in through some sort of secret entrance that probably is either hidden and or locked. Getting up onto the roof, onto the catwalk, with Polaris and Persephone theoretically tied to a rope that we can then climb up later. From what we've seen of these flayed men, they don't have any ranged attacks, but we do. We have crossbows and firearms. We can, from the ground, and of course, Persephone, your hands are going to be free because you're just going to... You can be Polaris's ranged weapon as you fly up to the top, and whatever issue would be run into before a rope is tied to be able to climb up, we could probably make that work.
It's a good idea, and that's an aim.
It's unconventional, but I like it. Just magic everything. This should be easy.
Magic some of it. The rest of it will be done with arrows and rope.
We have to be very careful because if I'm wounded, then we'll probably plummet.
Agreed. Yeah, that needs to be a major concern.
And it's
Well, we
hard to
can-
control. Not going too high, but with you all attached to me, I don't have a better plan.
Oh, I don't think we'll all be.
Oh, we're not flying. We're not gonna.
attached.
It's not gonna be like a. Yeah, it's not gonna be like a hot air balloon. We're just like tying a rope to your waist that is slack
they can
until you
climb
get
once
to
you get
where you're
there.
going. Yeah,
And then
like
you climb.
you are our grappling hook.
Got it. I thought I was your hot air balloon, but I like this better.
No.
Yes.
You'll land before we climb.
Mhm.
And then the two of you will be the grappling hook together,
Okay.
because otherwise I think we'll just yank you off.
I'm flying Persephone and I. Okay,
Yes.
I'm ready.
What could go wrong? Okay, so
Nothing. Literally nothing.
but you gotta
is
get
gonna
there
err.
first.
This is a good, good plan.
Before I attempt to do heavenly wings, can I do augury to touch? It says I can touch a person, and I would automatically succeed a skill test of my choice.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I have to roll for it though to see if it works.
Okay. And this while
Sure.
as well, we'll say that you're traveling towards the castle as this is happening.
Yeah.
Before you
Yeah.
do that, oh, never mind. It's fine.
62 is probably a success.
It is.
Cool. Then so you guys proceed on horseback through the marshy sort of forest. You're on the other side of the river to the library, but you would sort of realize that you're passing it by on the other side of the river at that location, and acts as a landmark for Castle Dumai, so you know that you're headed in the right direction. The forest feels eerily quiet, as though no life is here whatsoever. In the far distance, you can still just about make out the distant clang of battle as weapon meets weapon or flesh. Eventually, up ahead, you see the looming figure of Castle Dumai, an aged fortress covered in moss, which is almost falling into the ground itself, as though it's being pulled down by the bog around it. There is something of a moat which surrounds the cool, dark stones, but it's more of a bog than a true traditional moat. Strangely, though, the gates and portcullis both appear to be open. Perhaps the army of the Plague Hounds marching out of it, they've left it open for that reason. You can just about at this distance see inside to the castle grounds, which appear to be entirely empty.
She's got to be
Says,
in there somewhere.
perhaps we can just simply walk inside. Or worse, and this leader of theirs is not here at all. In which case, we're missing the fight.
Yeah.
We have to check the castle first. I know he's hidden in there. I do have a way to find out, but we would lose the element of surprise.
We can't talk to it.
Yeah. Weird.
Could try
That
to
feels
lure
like
him into an ambush.
Yeah. I mean, this feels exactly like a trap, right?
Well, there's at least a small
okay,
group
that's-
inside. I mean,
There's got to be.
we
Who leaves the door open? Who does that? Unless they
I
want
still
to.
If you're expecting guests.
It's fair.
I
Are they
think our
expecting
plan
guests?
to fly in is still the
Us,
best.
maybe.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't
if
wanna-
we can fly, then we should fly.
Yeah, I don't want to test the door.
That
think
does
that's-
feel like
that-
a trap.
Feels like begging for trouble.
Sir Eckhart, you mentioned that you were maybe going to look through the things you brought to see if you had anything useful for all of us. Were you able to find anything?
It just so happens I did. Well remembered. I've been on travels across oceans, across most of the lands of Penumbra, and there's a couple of things I've come across that might be of more use to you than they are to me. After all, I'm getting old, and well, I can only use so many of them anyway, so yes, I have some things. Firstly, for each of you, I have a tincture here, a potion, I suppose. When you drink it, if you're injured, your wounds, they begin to stitch themselves back up again. I think it's a type of magic that maybe you mages have invented. I don't know how it works. I just know that it saved my life more times than I care to count.
That
Additionally,
would be
I-
wonderfully useful.
Additionally, these horses, consider them yours as well. I came across them, let's say, out of chance. Their previous owner is no longer able to use them anymore on account of being dead. So, take the horses. I have no wish to settle down and run a farmstead. Let's see in here. He goes into his bag and pulls out a old-looking book with runes running across it. Now, this here, I probably shouldn't show if there are any witch hunters around, but maybe you might be able to make a use of it, Miss Polaris, with your spells. I found it on an old hedge witch out somewhere in the marshlands. She was kind, but on her deathbed, so gave it to me. I have no way to decipher the words on it. I do not speak this language, but you're an elf, so perhaps you do. You, young lady, Miss Danielle, I think you might appreciate a good iron helmet at a time like this. While your face is most beautiful, I would hate to see it crushed by the blow of an enemy, and this helmet has served me well. Perhaps it'll bring you good luck as well. And he chucks you an iron helm. He says to Persephone, and you, what do you do? What's your thing?
She'll smirk, and then she will drop a handful of sand on the ground and touch him, at which case he will fall prone. I mean, I can roll for it if you want, but it's like a story beat. Like, she's not acting him, she's just shooting him.
Yeah. He slips, and he laughs as he pulls himself up.
I would help him up. I would help him up.
He takes your arms. All right, so you're like her too, but not registered, probably, huh?
Correct.
All right, well, you take a look at that book as well. There's plenty of spells in it, no doubt. Take one, learn it for all I care. Oh, and for you as well. Take this.
Oh.
And he hands you...
You muted, Will.
He hands me a what?
Shit! It's because I'm gesticulating and I'm not fucking... yeah. Take this! This is my last shit! You're gonna like it.
Fresh from this morning.
A good one. He hands you a compass. And he says, doesn't work in the conventional way. Perhaps you'll figure it out. And he turns to Nick. And you, young man, what can I give you? And he is wearing this sort of quite... he's wearing a nice helmet with feathers coming out from it with his own heraldry on. And he takes off his own helmet, hands it to you, Nick, and draws his sword. Take a knee, boy.
What?
Take a knee.
I'll look at the group and then take a knee.
With the helmet in your hand, he raises the sword above you and says, in the eyes of the Emperor, and whatever gods may exist in this world of Penumbra, I, Sir Arcot, do name my heir and do knight thee, Sir Nicholas Rattenbury. And he places the sword on one shoulder and then dubs it onto the other. Rise, Sir Nicholas of the Blackhearts.
Aww.
I will stand and I'll walk right up to him, sort of tears welling up in my eyes a little bit. And then I'll push him in the chest, just a little bit, and then give him a big hug.
He hugs you back. You may have come from nothing, but if you die today, you die with honor.
I got a cool hat, too.
Most certainly did. Don't lose that fucking thing.
I'll try.
All right. Now, magic.
We fly.
It's the end of the world here. We can't be standing around all sentimental. Got a fucking job to do.
Yeah, to the skies.
I can be right back, but take a moment, guys. This is the moment. This is the moment where the video game says, "This is the end of the game." If you want to do anything, do it now. Yeah.
Right.
So I have an iron helm. I assume that gives me some kind of AC.
What do you think's in my elven spell book?
I don't know. Read through
Yeah,
it. Find it.
Are we getting sent a bunch of stuff? Is that what's happening right now?
You
Yeah.
get to choose.
I get to choose a
Oh, you
spell.
get to choose a spell.
Yeah.
Cool.
I wonder
we
if
have what level though. What level?
It petter, lesser, greater, or petty. I'm hoping it's greater because that would be fantastic. Because there's one I've had
Yeah.
my eye on.
Take it and see if he notices.
I don't know how benevolent he is being, really.
And so, do I get any mechanical benefit, or do I just have a jaunty hat?
You have a jaunty
It's an
hat.
iron helm, I'm sure.
No,
It-
Danny got the iron helm. I thought
Yeah.
Danny did get an iron helm, but I think that you
Yeah.
I
just
got a different iron helm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My guess
Listen.
is that's going to add +10 to my whatever defense.
Ooh, that's 10.
If I get the
I
spell
would
that I
assume.
want, y'all are really gonna like me.
Great. Okay, so what's our plan? Our plan is, are we going with Operation Dumbo Drop,
Yes.
where we fly over the sea, over
that
the
makes
roof?
me fit Dumbo.
So I think that the way that this works is, Persephone, we hand you one end of the rope. Then you jump into Polaris's arms. Polaris
I feel like I should
grows
probably
wings.
back her. Honestly,
Sure, whatever.
Because then we will both have use of our hands.
Fair.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to take up with you two specifically? Do we have heavy objects that we need to bring up with us? I don't think so.
I don't.
So we don't have
Nothing that
any.
we're just not already
We didn't
carrying.
bring any. We didn't bring any explosives this time.
No.
And I don't think that we have anything super heavy that we're bringing. So Polaris is casting wings. Persephone has rope in one hand and potentially blasty magic in the other. Flies up to the top, lands on whatever the gangway is. We tie off the rope, and then the three of us climb up. Is that what we're thinking?
Yes. Ideally,
Okay.
they'll tie off the rope somewhere up there. If they can't find anything great to tie it off to, then yeah, maybe tie it around one of their waists, and then Persephone or the other one bear hug together.
I would assume that there are crenellations in the wall, like, the classic castle design. Could tie it to one of those little blocks, like lasso style. We can also tie knots in the rope so that they're like every 2 feet there's a knot to stand on when you're climbing. Make that
That's a
easier
good
to get
idea.
up.
We could have been doing that while we were riding there.
Sure. So, well, let's say we did that.
Let's also just say that we
And-
won because Will is gone. Oh, damn, Will.
Hey, I'm back. I'm there.
One.
We won. We won while you were gone.
I got back in just in time before you guys won. Whew, that was close.
Right.
What
So-
level spells do we get to choose, Will?
Yeah, great question. So the Grimoire has a what's it called? Is it a greater level in this game?
A greater?
It's the big one. Yeah.
Oh. Tight.
Polaris
It's a
has hers.
very big boy spell, but the big ones have like a minus.
Great voice.
They have a minus 20 on the cast.
Well,
So that's when you're going to want to start thinking about. Minus 10% is a great magic. Yeah.
cool. That's nothing that a little chaos can't fix.
Exactly.
Heck yes.
As for Danny's helmet,
Yeah, what is that? I can't find us an iron helm.
Yes. It gives you an extra. It will give you an extra.
Oh, well, whatever.
It's going to increase your damage threshold
ooh, that's even better.
by 1.
Nice.
I'll take it. So all of it increases by 1?
Yeah, because we're not rolling for locations.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my jaunty hat.
Jaunty hat has same effect.
Same effect?
but with extra feathers.
Great.
And
Oh, we
being a
can
knight,
switch.
well, that's the same thing. Yeah.
And being a knight.
Well,
was
that's
what?
that's its own effect.
I just
It
get
doesn't
to
actually
be a
have
knight?
Yeah, you get to be a fucking knight, which is dope.
Awesome.
Social standing
Dope.
increased.
You can just throw it in people's faces. Ham and
Right.
night.
I'm sure it'll come in very useful with the brainless, mindless, faceless men.
No.
So yeah,
It will.
there we
They'll
go.
respect
So
you
our
before they
plan,
kill you.
our plan is that Persephone is going to Yoda backpack onto Polaris, holding the rope, which we have tied with knots in it every 2 feet or so to be able to be more easily climbed, and then put a lasso on the end of it. She's going to have that
Okay.
in one hand and a blasty hand in the other, just in case there's someone to meet at the top of the wall. Polaris is going to grow wings, drink a lot of Red Bull, and then fly up to the top of the gangway. Then there's going to probably be like a crenellation, like a classic rook design, and
Yeah,
put the
yeah.
lasso on one of those, and then the rest of us will climb up.
Excellent.
That was a great
It's a 20-stage plan. You guys are going to kill it. Okay, so... yes, Polaris, do you want to give us that roll then for...
I auto-succeed my skill test.
Heavenly wings,
Yes.
right.
So your wings succeed. Okay, so describe what it looks like when that spell goes off.
Okay, so I sprout wings from my back, and they are like very ethereal and silver, and I feel like they even drop like little silver sparkles, like little stars.
Nice.
Cute. And you begin to ascend towards Castle Dumire. And
With-
the closer you get, oh yeah, you grab Persephone, yeah.
Yeah, Persephone is
so-
on the back.
And she's like roped to the back, is that right?
No,
I'm like piggyback on her.
Like piggybacking on her. Okay. You know what, Polaris, give me a roll for that. Not Polaris, Persephone, give me a roll for that. Give me an athletics check, which is brawn based, to hold on to Polaris's wings while there's some unsteady flight going on and ascension. Literal ascension.
Yeah.
This is like every superhero movie. Do you ever just ascend at the finale?
Yes.
Why didn't you do
While
this all
they're
the time?
While they're flying, by the way, I have my arbalist crossbow pointed at where they're headed towards, just to make sure
Okay.
that they don't have any guests waiting for them.
I'll do the same with my light crossbow.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have a roll?
What you got there, Stephanie?
Sorry? I was choosing a
Athletics.
spell. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, no, I was asking you for... That's okay. Sometimes I don't listen to you either.
We'll ask
Get
you
it.
for a piggyback.
Ask me for a what?
I'm totally kidding.
Piggyback
Yeah, a piggyback athletics check. So a brawn-based athletics check.
Sure,
Hold
sure,
on
sure,
to-
sure.
I actually had to do that to a guy the other day. He'd asked me a question. And
Oh,
was on a
I
conference
failed.
call, and I just hadn't listened to what he said. I was like, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening to what you said at all.
I don't know
Okay,
how
69.
hard this athletics check is, but
I very fail.
Okay, so here's the deal. The two of you are ascending up towards Castle Duma, and holding on isn't too difficult at first. The closer, however, that Polaris gets to Castle Duma, there is something interfering with her magic. It's almost like something is working itself against the spell. And the closer you get, the sweat beads down Polaris's brow, and it becomes harder to hold on to her as the spell drops for a second, comes back up, and you're being sort of like up and down, like you're being shaken by a giant. Polaris, I need you to make me a check to keep the spell up, and it is a. I believe it is a resolve check. Yeah, give me a resolve check, which is willpower based. So it should be a good one.
Should be. I have a bubble in resolve, so that's good.
That's good.
Ew. Maybe not that good.
Oh boy. Okay. Whatever is working itself against you feels incredibly powerful, and you felt what it's like to have someone counter spell you before when you're at wizard school. Basically, that was like one of the tasks, and the spell is quickly unraveling around you, and you're up 40 feet because the castle wall is about 40, 50 feet high, and so you become, as you're getting closer, you feel the spell is about to drop. What do the two of you do?
It's an excellent question, Will.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So we're basically falling like 40 feet. Shut up. We're falling like 40 feet.
This is the moment before you fall 40 to 50 feet down. You can see the castle. The crenellation isn't far away, but there's that moment where it's almost like when you're about to be sick, and you're like, I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to be sick. Fuck, I'm about to be sick.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
What is that? What is it that you do? That sort of that moment before you've got a chance to try and get to the fucking bathroom. What is it that you try?
I mean, if I'm being counterspelled, I probably can't recast Heavenly Wings. If I reach out
you could try and fight against the counterspell. So try and resist.
Counterspell?
I mean, technically you could. It's basically just gritting your teeth and trying to keep your own spell going. So
yeah.
I give you a resolve check, but it's at -20.
Oh boy, I was so good at the last time.
I tell you what, I'd let you spend chaos dice on this.
No, I should really save those.
But there's also falling 50 feet to your death.
No, I did it though.
Worth it. Oh, okay, nice.
At a -20?
I thought you said -10.
I definitely said -20, right? Did anyone else hear me say -20? Kimmy confirms.
Wait. So.
wait. I don't need these chaos dice, Will. I'm better than them. I'm so much better than your stupid chaos dice.
Will is killing you right now to spite.
So
16 weeks of pent-up aggression, yeah.
Willpower. Yeah, no, I didn't make it. Not if I have a -20.
Okay, so the spell begins to unravel. Persephone, I give you moments here as well to try and save the day as you're on her back. You know what's happening.
I would throw my weight towards the wall to try to get a foothold on it.
Yep. Okay, give me a athletics check.
And I would let go and drop off of her.
Okay. I tell you what, I'd let you give me an athletics or coordination. So agility based or brawn based. You can pick the one that's better.
Agility is much better.
This is about to get very crunchy if things go wrong. Oh no.
Man.
It's gonna end so early tonight.
And luckily they fucking died. Oh no, that's a terrible roll. Fuck. Okay.
We didn't have any 20s laying around that we didn't know about, right?
Only
I'll go
Will.
You've got one, yeah. Oh, I know you have one.
I mean, maybe this is a moment where we pray to the gods of chat and say, wouldn't it be really nice
No,
if
Lydia! You use your ability that makes you auto-succeed.
she auto succeeded her check to get the wings. Yeah,
Alright. Okay.
that would have been great.
It would have been great.
Okay, so the two of you begin to fall. You begin to
Uh-huh.
fall down to the ground. You can feel
Right.
yourselves falling 50 feet, which is
Now, to
not
clarify, this is
insubstantial amount of-
50 feet. This is 50 feet above the ground.
yes.
How far from the wall are they, and how far above the wall are they?
Yeah, how far vertically and horizontally?
Yeah, so they were next to the wall, so they're 50 feet above it, above ground, right next to the wall. So they're close to the wall, within Hollywood grab range, I would say.
Okay.
Wu-Tang, given a crit, we'll continue on the action, but one or two of you, let us know, Wu-Tang, which one of you has the crit here. As two of you are falling down, you can still act while you're falling.
Well,
Okay,
I've let go of her. I'm just
so you're falling
running
independently
my hands on
now.
the wall, my hands and feet on the wall, trying very hard to catch a foothold.
Okay, give me the two of you both give me athletics checks, Brawn, if you're trying to grab onto the wall.
I'm not. I'm
on the
trying
way
to do
down.
something else.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Then
You tell me how many things I can do right now, because I know I'm falling.
Hey!
okay, so Rafe as well. The Godfather gives one for Persephone and one for Polaris as well. Oh, and Wu-Tang. There we go. Okay.
Oh,
So-
phew. Okay.
Thank you. Oh my god.
I think
To
you
not
each
die.
you each have 2 crits.
Yeah.
I think is how we're reading this one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm using one right now to catch myself on the wall.
Good.
Okay.
As I see them falling, by the way, I have left whatever hiding in the tree line. I have been apparently mistakenly under the impression that I was hiding and started sprinting towards the wall, wherever the bottom of the rope would end up being, to be wherever it is that I could possibly be helpful.
Okay. So Nick starts to run while the group of you, 2 of you are falling. Persephone grabs onto a ledge of rock, which is still, like 10 feet below the actual crenellation of the wall. So you've Hollywood grabbed onto a piece of rock, just still in a bit of a tight spot. Polaris, what do you do?
I don't know if I'm in a position to grab onto the wall or anything.
You could. I mean, you're close as you're falling by it, but you'd have to grab it with a hell of a lot of strength, not to just like break all of your bones doing that.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that yet. I have the rope, and it has a lasso on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We tied a lasso before we sent it up. Yeah.
Okay.
You could try
I don't know
Indiana.
if I can get to the lasso because it's at the bottom, but if I could, I would like to try to use the rope to like grab onto the wrap around something and hopefully lasso the wall.
Well, you got a nat 20 if you want to use it.
I do.
You sure? I don't know. This
No.
doesn't seem like a. This doesn't seem pressing.
Could I use
die,
the nat 20 to redo Heavenly Wings though?
Yes, but then you've still got the potential of the counter spell against you, which for Behind the Veil is actually Castle Dumar itself has an anti-magic aura around of it. So you still have to be pressing through that.
Okay.
So cards on the table. It's probably easier to tie the lasso now.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna cowgirl this wall with this rope here.
Oh boy.
With my 20.
Okay, yeah. So Okay, so here's what happens. The two of you begin your slow, gentle, regal ascent up towards Castle Duma, and then precipitously begin to fall, a couple of feet once you get away from the wall. The group of you are watching on in horror as this happens. Persephone falls but manages to grab onto a ledge of rock, no doubt bruising and skinning all of her arms in the doing so, but at least holding on. Polaris manages to throw out a rope, maybe with the assistance of some magic to guide the aim, maybe magic the rope to tie it around, sure enough. And you then find yourself hanging against the wall. So the two of you are sort of 30 feet up in the air, hanging onto a wall or hanging onto a rope. And now Nick is below the two of you. And Urquhart rushes after as well.
How far from the top?
20 feet. 15 to 20 feet.
What were you going to say, Nick?
I was going to say, aren't you at the top?
Well,
So they fell? Yeah, so they're they're hanging close to the
Right.
top.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. They've go ahead.
Would I be able to, once I get composure, climb the rope and get to the top of the wall?
Yes. You could if you were to give me a successful athletics check.
Okay.
We tied knots in the rope as ladder steps.
You did. I'll do that. I'll do that, but before I do, I want to cast a spell on myself. Aegis. I never know how to say this.
Aegis.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So I add 3 to my damage threshold, and I cannot bleed. It's basically just like a bunch of wind swirling around me.
Okay. While you're doing this within the area of Castle Duma, seeing as you're right freaking next to it at this point, all spell rolls are at a -30.
Oh my god, why would you do this to me?
And any chaos die that you use are doubled. So if you want to use 1 chaos die, you actually have to roll 2 of them.
Wow.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm still gonna try to roll this. I don't care.
Trying to get a goddamn wild magic effect for 16 weeks, all right? So now I'm just contriving ways.
All right. I'm gonna roll for this spell. I don't care if it fails, but it would be nice if it didn't.
That's gonna be a
Holy shit!
success. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm surrounded in wind and I can't bleed.
Good.
Nice.
Great. Now I'm gonna climb the wall.
Okay, so athletics checks from both of you. If you're using the rope, you get a plus 10%.
Do I roll too?
Without blood.
Yeah, because Stephanie, you've got yourself on a ledge. You're probably going to want to pull yourself up, I'm guessing, to try and get to the castle wall.
No, I'm cool hanging out on the wall for the rest of
I'll just stay here for the adventure. Yeah. That's how I want to spend my finale.
Oh my god. Was this coordination?
It was athletics.
Yeah, it's probably
I
fine.
fall off
'cause
the
you're
wall
using-
again.
No, because you're using
Well,
the
you're not-
rope.
okay.
You're probably fine.
So if you use the rope as a plus 10, you could get to the rope. So you give you a plus 10 on the rope.
So 40.
Okay.
Below 45.
Wow.
Okay, so Persephone hasn't fallen to her death. She just can't get anywhere. She's stuck.
Right.
And there's that horrible situation if you've ever been on a fucking as a kid on a rock climbing wall, and then you're like, I'm fucking stuck. How the hell do I get down from here? That's what Persephone's got right now. Polaris, do you want to give us the roll of the plus 10 to try and get up to the castle wall?
I would love to, Will.
I sense that you did.
No.
Similar situation. You guys are caught between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah. Jeez. All right.
Wait, I have a really good bad idea.
Yeah.
So Nick and I have crossbows. We shoot the crossbows at the castle to try and make footholds.
You're gonna brain me. It's gonna happen.
Here's what I'm thinking at this very moment.
This is a
Here's what
comedy
I'm
of errors.
thinking. Right. Here's what Nick is thinking. Nick is thinking we have this magical security system that is preventing us from doing whatever it is that we wanted to do. But we also have no security guards coming. So maybe it is as simple as they literally all left. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
Cool, but the most immediate problem is still the fact that they're on the side of the castle.
Right. It's super easy to slide down a rope if they can't climb up a rope.
Well, except for when there's a bunch of knots in it.
They can,
Nick,
okay, they
nothing
can
is super
step
easy
ladder.
for us right now. I believe that we've established.
What was that?
Nothing is super easy for us right now. We can't do shit.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, my
like
point is
strengthy people.
Right? We sound like these two little
Right.
tiny girls with no strength or athletic.
It should have
Right.
been Nick.
Well, I mean, this plan would have worked if we hadn't failed literally 9 out of the 10 rolls that happened. But I think it's possible. It's possible that the games manager has just left us an open door and it's not a trap and we're overthinking it. So that's literally my thought right now. And even if not, like, I'd rather lose rolls on the ground. Like, I'd rather walk into a trap at this point.
Okay.
The trap
Than
is
see
less
you all
painful.
fall 40 feet.
The trap is less painful than watching this. Yeah.
No, the trap is less painful than falling 50 feet.
So
Now that we
so
know
I'm
that
gonna-
magic is super difficult.
I'm gonna run up to Nick. I have my crossbow out still, and I'm just kind of, oh god, okay.
Yeah,
So are you gonna try to sneak in then? And
I don't know. Hey, on the wall, are you good?
No.
What do you want to do?
Survive.
Be more specific. Do you want to climb up or do you want to climb down?
I want to climb up.
At this point, I will say this. As the two of you are, I guess, Persephone, are you on the rope too at this point, or are you still on your piece of, like,
I'm
wall
stuck on
next
the
door?
wall. I couldn't get to
Yeah.
the rope.
Yeah, I couldn't even get to the rope. So Polaris is on the rope, and you see a figure arrive at the top of the wall, and you can see, even at this distance if you're down on the ground, that this figure could only be your very own Heartless Man, Adarian, standing at the top, head sort of bald, looks like he's fallen away into himself, like his flesh has begun to putrefy and turn undead. And you can, even at this distance, if you're down below, you can hear his snicker and his cackle. And he says, "Think you'd make it this easy?" And he cuts the rope.
Oh,
Can I reach out to try to catch her?
Yep, you certainly
Oh
can.
God. Oh.
I give you a coordination roll to try and catch her.
Okay.
Nick, what's your range on your crossbow?
On my crossbow, it's like 9 plus my agility, so like 12 yards.
Mine's 12 yards.
Probably enough to hit the top of the wall.
Yeah, a crossbow would be able to hit the
rolls if I was supposed to roll high.
Oh, dear.
Is that an 83 that you rolled?
That's an 83 that I rolled.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
If you don't catch,
we now
Polaris.
have 2 knights at the bottom of the wall ready to catch you.
Polaris, you're falling, you get a chance to take an action. You're surrounded by wind, so you can't bleed, but you can be bludgeoned to death by a fall.
God damn it. Well.
These goddamn rolls. Wow.
Shit, I don't even know what to do.
I want to shoot a Darian. I assume that Nyx is shooting him too.
You got a long
I'm going
range
to
shot.
catch
it's
someone
-10.
falling.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm trying to shoot Adarian in his face.
Okay. Shots at -10. And Nick, I guess you're trying to get in place for Polaris potentially falling down.
Yep.
Cool. Kimi gets a hit. So Danny rolled the dagger damage.
Oh no, it's my
No,
crossbow.
this is crossbow.
Oh, your crossbow. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, you can't throw a dagger fucking 50 feet in the sky anyway.
It's just a D6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus my damage.
Plus your damage
Well,
mod, yeah.
2d6 plus 2d6 because you have a fury die because you're a hero.
Nope. Should just be the agility
No?
bonus plus the one fury die. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the one combat difference. Well, not the one combat difference, but like a major one from like D&D is that you don't roll a damage dice for your weapon. You just have the bonus
Okay.
plus your dice.
Plus 5, so 9.
Okay. He he takes a bolt in the shoulder and says, "I'll see you inside. You make a death, you incompetent fools." And he shuffles away.
Oh,
Polaris, what are you doing as you're falling to your death?
no.
Potentially.
Probably.
Right now, it definitely feels that way. Yeah.
I am gonna make a last-ditch effort to try to get my wings again, and then maybe try to just like coast to the ground.
Okay. Wings are at a -30 on the roll.
Yeah, I know they are. Thanks, though, for
You also have a 20.
You want a net 20.
You do have the 20 if you
You
want
have
to use
one
it.
more.
I do, but I really, really need to save it for this other thing.
You are really, really dying right at this moment, though.
Yeah, I totally am now. Can I use some chaos thing?
Oh, now you want my chaos dice. Yeah. How
You
many
can't
do
have
wanna
them
use?
now.
Yeah, I'm afraid they're airplanes. Yeah, how many do you want to spend?
How many do I have?
Well, you can spend as many as you,
As many
want.
as
You
you
can
want.
make it an automatic, but they're doubled, right? So
Everything is so hard right now. I don't
So
know.
each chaos die is plus 10%. So you're at a minus 30%. So if you wanted to negate that effect, you'd use 3, which would actually in this case be 6. Or you could spend 5 and it would turn into 10 chaos dice. What are the odds of rolling a 6 on 10 dice? I mean, come on. Minuscule.
I'll use 4. So I'll only have
Okay,
a
so you
negative
want...
10.
Okay.
Right.
So you want to use 2, but in effect you'll roll 4. Yeah.
4, yeah.
Okay.
So I just
So
roll my
negative
range.
10 on your incantation. Hey! That's a critical success. That's a critical success.
Hi.
Woo.
Oh my god! I'm
Did-
trying so hard.
Hey, guys.
Okay.
Didn't even need the crit. Didn't even need the 20, but that's going to come in handy later. Okay, so now you just have to roll 4d6 and pray that you roll at least 1 6. That's just me.
What's the command for rolling that many dice at once?
/R space. Oh no, not R.
I got it.
/die space. Yeah, you got it.
Die.
Yes!
Yes!
16 weeks. That's all I took.
You got me last time with one.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
I got
remember
you.
what happened, but
All right,
you
well.
did get me with one.
That's true, but you had a thing which made it not even cool. Like you made a thing.
Yeah.
You had a thing which was like, oh, well, my chaos dice is special. I was like, fuck. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. This is good. This can only be good. So we get a chaos manifestation. At long last, page 398 is where I'm going. Straight away. Roll me a D100.
I would love to.
I could feel that you did. That's kind of fun. So, oh my god, this is good. Okay, so roll again on this table. Everyone within sight of you suffers the effects instead.
Okay.
D100. That was the heartiest laugh I think I've ever produced. Surprised myself.
You sounded like a pleased nobleman.
I felt like one too. 71. Oh boy. Oh my god.
What is happening?
Killing me.
This is overwhelming magic. You are overwhelmed by etheric energy and are now stunned for 6 hours. Which is everyone but you.
Do I fall to my death now?
This is how it ends? 16 weeks and this is how it ends?
I tell you what, guys, let's look up the stunned condition. And this will tell us everything. Oh my god, this game is ridiculous and I love it. Okay, okay, stunned. The stunned condition means that you begin your turn with 1 less AP for the next 6 hours. It does not mean that you're paralyzed.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
ooh, that would have been spicy
Right.
for a second. Okay, so everyone.
Maybe Danny was still looking after a Darian and like not looking at Polaris.
I'd say you're within sight of Polaris. So yeah, everyone except from Polaris, you start each round with 1 less AP for the next 6 hours as you feel this wash of magical energy fall over you. And it's intensely uncomfortable for a moment, and then Polaris's wings take effect, and she stops like 5 feet above the ground before terminal impact.
Wait. So I got a critical success, right?
Yes.
Can I try to catch Persephone, or did she already fall to her death? She was below me.
We'll say with the critical success that you can catch Persephone. Yeah, seeing as I'm feeling generous after all of that. Madness.
Thank you.
And so it came to be that the Blackhearts, after 2 hours in the finale, had tried to get up the castle and found themselves at the bottom of it still.
Yeah.
So wait, so the AP is it
It's your
points.
action points. You start with 3, and so now you'll start with 2 each round. So you'll be able to like move and attack, but you might not have an extra 1 ready to like
You can't
parry and
parry.
dodge. Yeah.
God damn it. Okay.
Sometimes these rolls just work against you.
So now we storm the castle. Now we just go running in like the front door.
Like we should have done an hour
Yeah.
ago.
I mean, we thought we had the surprise factor, and then you know, then we had some Benny Hill music play for about 45 minutes. And now Darian knows we're here anyway, so we might as well just, you know, go knocking normally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir Eckhart, are you really happy that you joined us? We're really happy that you joined us.
Sorry, it's just there's so much regret plastered on his face.
Yeah. Same.
I'm gonna just own Nick now.
Yeah.
I take it all back.
Never mind.
We're the last
You're not
with the
lying.
last greatest hope for humanity, buddy. All right, let's go do this thing.
Oh, yeah,
That plan would have worked if we, as humans playing this game, were luckier.
Yes, it would have worked. If to be fair, that luck on the dice was just absolutely horrendous. I think there was like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fails in a row right there.
Yep.
And then 1 success, and then 2 more failures.
And then 2 more failures.
And then 2 more after that.
Yeah.
We were like 12 to 1.
Yep, we were 1 for 13. Yeah, pretty good.
Oh my god, amazing. Amazing.
All right, well, let's
you're alive.
let's walk around to the front and walk through the front and do the thing so we can do this thing.
You guys, brush yourself off. Maybe take a minute just to reflect on the decisions that you've made to brought you to this moment, and firmly resolve not to climb a wall again for a good long while.
I'm not gonna climb a fucking ladder for a good long time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at walls for a while.
If there are bunk beds, like, I'm not going on the top bunk. Like, that's too high. Like, I will.
This is a
fall
sign.
on my neck.
Oh my god. Okay. So the band regroups and you head through the main gateway, and I'd like everybody to roll me a simple, easy, you can all manage this one, I'm sure, perception check, which is, of course, awareness.
Mine is well, what's the difficulty?
Standard, so +0.
Okay. I did not succeed.
Okay. Looks like some of your friends did.
I did.
Perceive the hell out of shit.
I'll also roll fair.
Oh, where was that roll like 100 rolls ago? 0.
Yeah.
Pretty good at looking at things.
I want to talk about it.
Okay,
Poor
now,
Dawson.
so by the time that you get into the gates and you start taking a look around at this empty, abandoned courtyard, you realize that it's not so abandoned, as from around the sides of you, from both sides, you see a group of 8 plague hounds begin to filter out from the castle barracks. Ahead of you lies the castle tower, where you can only assume and hope that your true quarry lies. In fact, you can still hear his cackling off in the distance. It seemed like Adarian quite enjoyed your display of tomfoolery, and so there's a distant sort of off from the tower. But this is looking quite serious. It's a trap that you expected, after all, coming in through the front doors, but nonetheless, there are 8 plague hounds within, at this point, about 40 feet away from you, and their intent is quite clear. Urquhart looks to the group of you and says, "You need to get to him and stop him. I'll hold them off."
By yourself?
I've faced worse odds before.
Good luck.
He just nods. But there's a look in his eye to you, Nick, which speaks to a farewell, which goes unspoken, but you know what he's intending here. And he looks to Danny for a second and says, "Remember, don't forget me in the stories."
I'll lean in and kiss him. I won't forget you. Thank you.
He smiles for a second, letting it linger, and then draws his sword and moves towards the 8 of them. "Go, quickly!"
I'm loading my crossbow, and I think we're running.
You hear the clang of swords from behind you as the aging knight moves in to attack the plague hounds and hold off for as long as he possibly can, while the group of you rush towards the tower of Adarian, the Heartless Man. There's a door up before you. You don't dare look back at the carnage that may be happening. Who enters first, and how do you proceed?
I'll go first. I got my crossbow loaded.
Okay.
I'm just going in with crossbow first and keeping my head in slowly. I'm crouching down. No, I'm not. I'm normal height.
You're like sweeping in like you're trying to clear the room sort of deal,
I am dual wielding. I have my pistol in my left hand, my crossbow in my right hand. My shield is on my left arm, and my Mongosh is on my left hip. So as soon as I drop the crossbow, I can pull out the sword.
Okay. As you walk into the room, I need everybody to make me a coordination check.
Coordination is agility, I'm guessing.
Agility based, yes.
Oh yeah, there's a coordination. I see it.
God damn it, I'm so bad at this one.
I'm
No.
okay.
Not even close. Not even close to anything.
Agility, coordination.
Ooh, I passed.
Man, I'm so good at it, and I still fail.
Dang.
I had no chance.
I was 6 off.
So I think Danny succeeds, maybe?
I succeed also.
So, okay, Danny and Stephanie succeed. Polaris and Nick do not. As you step into the room, you feel something burning beneath your feet. And both Persephone and Danny are quick enough to roll out of the way as a magical set of runes underneath your feet begins to burn hotter and hotter. Unfortunately, Nick and Polaris are not swift enough to move out of the way, and you move down a sea. Okay, you take 6. That might not even move down a damage condition track here. That's a really poor roll on 3d6.
Yeah.
If 6 is your first bubble, then you'll go down to lightly wounded. If not, then you just take the 6.
Nope, just take 6.
What's your damage threshold, Polaris?
I'm not gonna get below the first one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So both of you feel your feet begin to burn, and it runs up your sort of calves, but doesn't get all the way up, the rest of your body and burn all the way through. And you grit your teeth and stifle it down. And before you, ahead, you see your quarry, Adarian, the Heartless Man. You see now that in one hand he carries the still beating heart torn out of his own chest, covered in a dark, wet blood. In his other hand, he points a finger towards the group of you and says,
"There is nothing to be done to stop what I have started. You may take me, but your war is already lost."
And it's time for us to roll initiative.
Excellent.
Oh boy!
Never remember how to. I should have.
Ooh, that is
It's just
a high
D10,
number.
right?
D10 plus
10
your
plus your... Yeah.
Plus your what?
Plus your
There
initiative.
should be a number on your sheet which says initiative, and it's
Yep,
like
yep, I
a
remember now. Yep.
single digit usually.
17.
Ooh. Wow. I got a 16.
Nice.
I don't know
Also
if I have
good.
a plus.
Just one of those, yeah.
Yeah. Whoops.
My
This guy's quick.
initiative.
Okay. So we go up. Darian's in, Persephone's in, Nick's in. Polaris, you got your initiative first?
Yeah, 7.
Oof. And Danny.
I don't see where my initiative is.
It's your perception plus 3 plus your roll.
So 16.
Okay. Between the two of you, Nick and Danny, which one wants to act first?
I'll go first. Actually, no. Danny's
Okay.
going to use a ranged weapon, so Danny should go first.
Okay, yeah, Danny's got a crossbow. She's the first one into the room. That makes sense. Okay, see Darren before you. He got a 19 on his initiative, so he's going first. Then Persephone on the 17. Danny on the 16. Nick on the 16. Polaris last on the 7. He points
Actually, I
a
got
wicked.
it, and not that it matters. I forgot to add the 3.
Okay, that's all
It
good.
doesn't matter.
Wait, we have to
you know.
add an additional 3?
No, it's just whatever your initiative is. So
Okay,
if it's,
okay,
it's
okay.
your, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so Darren goes first, and he locks eyes with you, Persephone, and says,
You may have followed my master's wishes, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to slay you like the others.
and please make me... Oh wait, I've got to make a roll first, real quick. Which is a success, and you need to make me a
Crit. Fuck.
coordination.
Okay.
Yes, coordination roll. Good.
No, it's not a
Dive
crit.
out of the way of this. Yeah, no, Chris.
I pass.
Okay, that is good for you, and so you're only
Yes,
gonna
it is.
take a graze from this. So I'm only gonna take half of this. Okay, so 8 roll down. 8 is what you take, and I need each of the rest of you to roll me a coordination check as well. I should just ask for everyone to roll it, really, but it's because the effect is basically a chain lightning effect.
I am lightly wounded.
Do I have to roll it again?
Hey.
We have our teachers.
Yeah.
Do I take an injury for that?
Not when you're lightly wounded, no.
Okay.
I have failed.
Okay. Oh,
Holy
dang, Danny. That
Cool.
is,
That is the best you can possibly roll.
that's pretty damn good. Polaris, is that a success on a 63?
No. Are you kidding?
Okay. Then both you and Nick also take the 8 as this bolt of black lightning dances from his finger from Persephone and round to the 3 of you as well. And it moves so fast you can barely see it.
I am lightly wounded.
Okay.
How much damage?
8.
8. I am also lightly wounded.
Okay. And keep in mind going into this that you guys have 2 AP per round.
Yep.
Rather than the usual 3, which is
That's
gonna
why I loaded
suck a
my
little
thing.
bit.
I
Now,
loaded it going
Game
into the-
Master, let me ask you
Yes.
this. You said that this is overwhelming magic that has occurred.
Mm.
If I'm not mistaken, we're currently in a place where magic is dampened in some way, shape, or form. Could it, in fact, be argued that maybe, perhaps, ... I could rule lawyer my way into an extra action point?
If only that were the case. I'm afraid this is we gotta turn on the hard mode for the boss fight.
All right,
so
that's
you
fair.
guys grit teeth and press on. But it is Persephone's turn. She gets back next on the 17, and she's
Okay.
got some spells, no doubt.
How close to him am I?
About 30 feet away.
Would I be able to run up to him and cast a spell right now? It's 1 AP each, right?
Yes, yeah, I think so.
But I
and
can
I'm
only
not
cast
gonna-
1 spell per turn, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to him, and as I do that, I'm gonna throw sand to the ground and touch him. And I'm gonna cast Subdue. I would like to add a Chaos die, which means I will roll 2.
I like the sound of this. Where this is going.
I am successful.
Okay.
He can resist with an awareness test, though. I will roll these 2d6.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry myself, that is a success on a resist.
Motherfucker.
Yep. He's not so easily subdued. You touch him and you sense this well of rage, anger, and power coming from him. His flesh is cool and clammy to the touch. Okay, that's 2 AP. Danny.
Okay, so I loaded my crossbow before I came into the room, so that got rid of.
Yeah.
I already did that. So then I'm going to use 1 AP to do a what is it? The take aim.
Yes, take aim for 1 AP.
Take aim,
Plus 10.
and then I'm going to fire my crossbow at the heart
Alrighty.
that he's holding.
Cool.
Oh, I just typed it in the wrong thing.
That's okay.
So that was 73. Oops.
The bolt goes wide of the heart. It's a smaller target as well, to be fair. So it's a tougher shot to pull off. Just sort of pings into the background.
Damn, that's my 2.
And that was 2 AP. Oh man, 2 AP is a big nerf. Nick.
I have 2 weapons in my hand and I have 2 action points. Shot 1 with the crossbow. That's gonna miss. Shot 2 is with the gun. That is also gonna miss. Jeez.
Fuck.
Jesus, and they take a little while to reload, especially that pistol. Okay.
Pistol does not take a while to
that's-
reload. Pistol's a
doesn't? Okay.
flintlock. His pistol is good to go. The crossbow is gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Warhammer. It takes 4 turns to reload a pistol. That's just as well. Yeah, that's Nick's 2. He does have his lightning reflexes. So, Polaris.
I am gonna try to call lightning on him. Okay.
What could go wrong?
I don't know. So what is the what's the disadvantage for spells right now?
Minus 30 on all spells, yeah.
Minus 30. Whoa, you're killing me. Literally. I'm gonna die in this game.
That's the plan. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, and then so if I spend 1 chaos dice, it would be a negative 20, but it would actually be 2 chaos dice.
2 chaos dice, yeah.
Ugh, fine, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'll spend 2. So it's only at a minus 20. So call lightning, and I'm doing willpower, and then I have 3 bubbles in willpower. Okay.
Got this.
So, okay.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
That's the sound Polaris' spell makes, by the way.
That's the sound of lightning. Okay, so my this gives me plus 10. So if I'm a 52, so I'm 50, 60, 70, 80, and then I'm minus 20. Oh, I fail.
All right, rolling chaos dice. Oh, and he doesn't get the minus 30 on spells because it's unfair.
because
Damn it!
Yeah.
Fine. Fine.
All right.
Okay.
Glad to be here. Glad to be helping.
Yeah, that'd be part of the team. You're not falling off shit. That's good. Okay, that is round 2. Mr. Adarian reaches out to our good friend Persephone, our old buddy, our old pal. 85 is probably not going to do it. It's not. On the spell, he reaches out with the heart, pressing it up against your face. Let's see if you can get a melee in here. Nope, not on the 74. Okay, the 74 on the melee attack also fails. So 2 misses for our buddy Adarian here, which is good news for you guys. Persephone.
I bite the heart.
Hot. Okay.
What should I roll?
I love it.
Let's see.
There's like an
Let's look at the
improvised
skill
attack
list.
or something.
I
to
guess
say?
I guess it's just your combat. Is it a simple melee? It doesn't even feel like a simple melee.
I feel like
Let's
it's
see.
kind of hard to fuck up biting a heart that's pressed against your face.
True, but he didn't get it. Actually, he didn't get it to your face. He didn't get his full Kalimar moment because he missed. So it's like,
Okay.
Potentially out of reach. He might be moving it around.
But then can
using
I argue for
shield.
coordination?
Yeah. Let's see. Wait, improvised hand weapon. I actually have the thing. He says improvised hand weapon is one-handed, distance
But it's my
engaged,
face.
qualities, pummeling, encumbrance, none. Very. Yeah. So I think just a combat roll.
Okay. That is not gonna do it.
Okay,
But
so you
maybe-
miss, but I'd say this much. He seems like he does. He pulls it away from you, and that tells you something. He doesn't want you to do that.
What
So
do
like
we
you
do?
try to bite towards it, the beating heart that he has in his
Ah.
hand, which has been sculpted out of his chest.
Got it.
He basically pulls it away and like just backhands you across the face.
Okay. Oh, I
So
love
like
it.
you come away bloodied, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay. I'm gonna reach
That's
into my pouch.
mine, bitch.
I'm gonna reach into my pouch and rub animal
And to be
fat.
fair, he's 95% correct. 5% of his
True.
witch. So.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna rub animal fat in my fingers, and I'm gonna cast Cack-Handed Grasp. And I'm gonna use a Chaos die.
Okay. So minus 20 on the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Should be
Doesn't
good.
matter. I pass with flying fucking colors.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. Yeah, he drops the heart.
Okay. He doesn't get to resist that one, does he?
Nope.
Okay. So that's success. Roll a chaos dice first.
Yep.
2 of them, if you don't know.
Oh, you're right. I almost did one.
Yeah.
However,
do another. No,
However-
damn it, you fucking thing.
2 or more must have phase 6.
Moles. Everywhere.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'll start
drops
being more
the-
risky with it for you, though. I promise.
That's okay. I had my moment. So that is Persephone. The heart falls from his hand. Danny.
Okay, since my load for the crossbow is 2 AP, I will pull out. I guess I'll just drop the crossbow, pull out a throwing knife, which is 1 AP, and throw it, which is the other AP that I have, and hooray. I'm going to aim for the heart on the ground.
Okay. It is a cold shot, which I think has a penalty to it for a cold shot, and I'll find it for you here in a sec. Cold shots are 2 AP. You make a combat-based test, but it cannot be dodged or parried.
So I can't call that.
Can't
I'm
make the
doing it at
cold
the
shot.
heart.
Yeah, so you can aim at him,
Okay.
but it's too small a target to take without real time aiming at it, which would require the 2
Okay.
AP.
So then, yeah, I'll just throw the dagger at him.
Okay. Man, yeah, that 2 AP is really tough in this encounter with the cold shots
Yeah,
being
dude.
like needed. That's a hit.
That is a beautiful roll, though. Kimmy's killing it.
I wish my first one had hit. So that's 7. And this has some things on it. Is he going to try to parry or dodge or whatever?
He does have an AP to dodge, yeah. So he will try. And on a 46, does he dodge on his
He
coordination
has
test?
-10 because it's a fast weapon, and so he suffers a -10
Yep.
base chance to dodge or parry.
In that case, he fails, and you hit him.
Yes. Cool.
Nice work. So he takes 7, yeah?
Yes. Or 7.
Alrighty. That is Danny's turn. Nick. Sir Nick, I should say.
Sir Nick is going to drop the crossbow, is going to shoot with one hand as the Mongosh comes out of the sheath in the other hand. He's going to shoot with one action point and move into melee with the other.
Okay.
Bang.
Hot dang.
Holy mackerel. That's the
That is
roll
a
of
high
a
number.
knight right there.
Yeah, that's a gunshot to the forehead. Let's see what the damage is here. Flintlock pistol.
Tonight,
Is
Fantasy
a
Grounds has either been like amazing or terrible.
All or
There's
nothing,
been
yeah.
no
Yeah,
in between.
it's all aces and deuces.
I know.
So it is. Let's see here. Cannot be dodged or parried. And I add another fury die. Right after striking
Oh,
the
wow,
foe,
yeah.
weapons of this quality. Add another. Yeah. So 2d6 plus my whatever.
Oh no.
so-
Oh.
No, we're good. So
Okay, I saw 6 and got scared.
6 plus what is this? Is 6 plus my
Just
agility.
stressed.
This is. Let me see here. 6 plus 4, so 10.
10. Okay, very nice. You
I think
see
that's right.
a strain appear on his brow as you cut into him.
Yeah, well, a gun will do that to a person or
That
to
will,
whatever
yeah.
he
So,
is.
so I hear, yeah. I certainly once was a
and
person.
then I want to get right up in his face with what I've got going on. I want him coming after me.
Noted. Okay. Nick shoots him, gets all up on his grill, leaving it up to Polaris. The end of the turn now.
No. Okay, I'm gonna try to call lightning again, and I'm gonna spend a shitload of fury dice. Cause why not, right?
I like.
'Cause why not?
I like where this is going.
This is the finale. Fucking fury dice it up. Okay, I'm gonna spend. I would like to negate all of the disadvantage, so I'll do 6 total. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. Can I be honest? I didn't super listen.
No.
What is your willpower plus incantation score?
So I've got a 52, and then I've got the 3 bubbles.
So you're up
in,
to
and-
72.
What was
You're up
your
to
Odyssey?
82. Then you only need 2 to make it automatic, plus the 3 for the minus 30, so it would be 5 chaos dice. So 10.
What?
10 chaos dice you will be
Chaos
rolling.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Math is
I'll
a cruel mistress,
shut up, Will.
as I've learned to my peril.
Okay, so I'm not gonna do 10. I'll do 6.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So you negate.
Sure.
You need to get an 80 or lower, an 82 or lower when you roll now.
Which historically in Fantasy Grounds tonight, I've been killing it, so
It's a coin flip.
it'll be fine.
Until you said all that and jinxed it, knock on wood.
There it is.
Hey.
Success.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the spell effect first of all, and then we'll do the chaos die.
1d10 plus my wisdom bonus, which is a 6, so I will roll the
Nope.
d10. Huh?
Wow. He said dope.
Oh, I was just being facetious.
Oh, I thought you said
okay.
nope. And I was like, wait, did I do
No,
this?
I'm kidding. I was behind you. So,
So that's 9.
nine.
And then, okay, and they're knocked prone.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay, he.
But he can resist that if he passes a coordination test.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, oops, that's just an errant dice. Ignore the man behind the curtain. He fails the check.
Okay, so he's
Ooh.
prone.
He's prone.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I do need to roll like 66 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Little bit.
Little bit.
I have to do that.
Prone characters take an additional fury die and damage. That's crazy.
Sweet.
That is 2.
Is that 2
chaos
sixes?
manifestations?
Is that all?
I have to roll
Means we
another one
get-
too. There you go.
Means we get to roll
So
on the
that's
big
2.
boy table
I rolled
now.
2 6s. It's probably fine.
This is the adult table that we're rolling on.
Now, again, Will, I will say. Let's just go. Keep going.
roll me a deal we're under. Just do it, baby. We got 27 minutes on the clock. We've got this.
I'm here for it. All right, 92.
Oh my god. That's really bad.
I'm pretty sure
Rolling
they're all
high.
really bad.
Well, there's bad, and then there's sort of, oh god, no, please, not that one.
Right,
So
sure.
92 is Winds of Chaos. A dark, dry wind swoops down from the sky. The soil dries up and blows away, leaving nothing but featureless sand and stone. These grounds are left barren forever. Those who stand within 9 miles suffer 3d10 plus 3 damage. Now I'm telling you that, like, you're about to obliterate Castle Duma. Like, the entirety of this area is about to be wiped off the fucking map. But
I'll be
that's
honest.
just stone.
I'll be honest. I think that's good.
I think so
This
too, honestly.
could be a good thing. This could
And
definitely
not
be
that-
a
nuke
yet.
good.
I think that
Thing.
the
But
We're
nuclear
gonna get that
option.
damage too.
We're gonna
Nuclear
die.
bomb rate.
We're gonna die
yeah,
right
we're-
now, but we're also
Heroically.
ending the
I'm gonna
war. Yeah.
take Castle Doom down with me.
What I need
What
you to
kind
do,
of damage is
Lydia,
this?
is at this point, it actually doesn't say the damage type, so I guess it's just fucking raw magic damage that's happening.
Okay.
I need you to
Raw
roll
magic.
3d10 plus 3, as basically
Wow.
something fucking snaps in the magic of this place is so sort of like wound up. Everyone suffers 21 damage, which is gonna set you back
am dead.
quite a bit.
I'm dead.
You're incapacitated, which may mean death.
Dead.
25,
I'm dead.
31.
I have 23.
25, 31.
We actually have to look up the dead rules. Incapacitated is on 268 because I don't remember.
How much damage was it? 21?
21.
21, 30.
And
I am
had
not
already
dead.
suffered 8.
I'm not dead.
I'm dead.
I am actually not even grievously wounded. I am seriously wounded.
I think I am too. It's because that's my 25 is my last bubble. 19 is the one before that. So I'm at the third box.
So you're grievously.
Oh, am I previously?
Let's see.
lightly,
You
moderately.
were unharmed. Yeah. Then you were lightly. Then you were moderately. So you're seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had 14 damage sitting on me already, and I just took 21. So I'm seriously wounded.
Okay.
I'm grievously wounded.
Grievously wounded. So you're a step away from death. Persephone, do you technically fall into the slain category, Persephone?
Oh, no, I'm
Because-
grievously. I did my math wrong.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
grievously wounded.
I was going to say, because if you are, there is still an out in the sacrificing a fate point option. It's not
Cool.
confirmed.
Oh yeah,
end
we
of the
have
world.
fate points.
You do have
Right.
fate points that if you were to die, you can burn them to try and try and find a way out, basically. Okay, so Polaris' spell goes off, and for a second, all that each of you feel is just something burning away at your bones, and this wind picks up, this dark wind picks up, and you watch as the stone of Castle Dumai is reduced all around you to sandstone and dust, which blows away. It's a real, like, the mummy moment, as Polaris casts this chaotic spell, which just blows all of you up. And moments later, but what feels like hours, maybe even an aeon, you are all one step away from death, and as is Adarian, who lies on the ground before you, the castle completely decimated. He is grievously wounded and on the very last moments of his life, and he sputters out a curse. And with his action...
Wait, there's one more chaos dice.
Fucking more chaos dice?
Manifestation.
That was the first chaos dice.
You're right.
Holy shit. Second chaos dice to roll.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's not over yet. It ain't over till it's over. Fuck.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, the last chaos dice was a nuclear bomb, so this is gonna be great.
37.
That's a lower end of things.
Okay, that is on the low end, which is definitely... Oh my fucking god. This is actually fucking crazy. Like, I haven't looked at this table before, but I was like, oh, like standard wild magic shit. Now this is fucking wild. So I gotta tell you what this one is called, first of all, this manifestation. 37 is called Head Popped Off.
Say that again?
Excuse me, what now?
Head popped off is the name of the name of this one. I'll describe it to you. Surprisingly, Polaris, your head falls into your hands, and yet you are still alive, able to speak, eat, and breathe. Everyone who witnesses this atrocity suffers 9 corruption points. You can reattach it temporarily, but any injury you suffer causes your head to fly off just outside of easy reach. This effect lasts for 9 hours, after which time your head can be permanently reattached. So this is the scene before you, as I described, with Darian dying on the floor, but this time Polaris's head is in her hands, and it's still looking around like it is a fucking pirate out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
Holy
Amazing.
shit.
So what do the corruption dice do to, or corruption points do to us?
Oh, we'll deal with corruption dice at the end of the session. I mean, that's probably not going to affect us. It's probably something that you guys will talk about in like the epilogue if you guys fucking survive. Okay. So Polaris, was that both your action points?
Huh?
Was that both your AP to do that?
I still have 3, remember, because I still have 3 and everyone else has 2.
All right, yeah. So that was 1 AP you just spent?
Yeah.
Do
Okay,
we
so
really
you
want to
technically-
do anything else?
You
want her?
can't see more spells, first of all. That's a good thing.
I do have another thing that I want to do.
Okay.
I want to drink the healing potion that I was given.
That's
But I guess I'll just
that's a
like
good
kind
idea.
of baby bottle it into my severed head.
God. That's so grim. It's so grimdark. I love it.
And
Fantastic.
What do the stumps look like? So like the neck stump and then the head stump.
Yeah, I mean, Polaris, you can describe it. What what do you think it looks like?
I have no idea.
Is it like an amputee? Is it like covered with flesh, or is it just like open? You can like see
Velcro.
blood.
It's like those.
Velcro. Oh.
I don't. I don't see it being like super gross and like decapitate. I just feel like it's like a clean sever, like a surgical sever.
Clean sever. Holy shit.
Okay, but I'm gonna just
Okay.
baby bottle the healing potion to
Okay.
my severed head. Yeah.
You go up one step on the damage condition track.
Fantastic. Now I'm
Dude,
seriously
you're
wounded.
Seriously wounded. Okay. And that was Polaris, and she was at the end of round 3. It now becomes, because Darren is still alive, it becomes the start of round 4, and he is at the top of initiative. And he's on his very last dying breath, but he does have the power with which to cast a spell. And being, this isn't me, guys, this is a Darren. He's a nasty man, and he's trying to kill you all with his last dying breath. He is going to point to Polaris and say,
If I die, you all die too.
and I need everybody. Well, I need to make the roll first. And I've got a
Can
critical
we use-
success and I got a critical fail. So I'm going to
Right.
cancel those 2 out. It's the last dice I'm going to be able to throw this whole session.
Yep.
So we're going to get rid of this. He's going to make the roll. It's a success on the roll. He points at Polaris as one cast spell, and because you're all next to each other, I need everybody to make a coordination check to try and evade the chain of dark black lightning, which is
So Danny is not next to us.
is she
pass.
within 10 feet of Polaris?
I don't think
then
so.
Danny doesn't need to make. Then Danny wouldn't need to make the check.
So
All right. The rest
Wait,
of us do.
aren't
then.
I way up in front of everyone? Too?
Were you casting
Aren't
at
they
range?
like midfield? I was.
No,
I was
you,
up next to
in
him.
his face.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right,
so
who are you
I have
targeting?
a-
Hit the heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
the spell targets Polaris. She's
Yeah.
the one that killed everyone. Everyone
Right.
within, let me see, 15 feet of Polaris gets the chain
Okay.
off.
I'm next to Persephone and I are both next to Adarian. Are we within 15 of Polaris in that case? Which I think.
Yeah. Did
we
you
would
run
be.
up at any point?
I feel like
Polaris,
you.
or were you
I
casting
think
at
you
range?
would be. Well, first of all, the room is 30 feet big, and
Right.
the 2 of you ran up to him.
Yeah. Danny's by the door though. So
I'm at the
Danny's
door.
Danny definitely felt like she was out at the range. Polaris,
Okay.
yeah. It's
All right.
dramatic
Yeah.
effect. It's the finale.
Here's-
Let's
here's
roll the
my roll.
dice. Let's see. You
my
guys.
roll.
Here's what I'm gonna
My
do.
roll.
I'm gonna
My roll
use.
did not go good.
I pass anyway, but
I'm gonna use my nat 20 right here, and then I think that I just got another one in chat.
Yep. Okay, we'll keep yours there.
I will.
Um,
I'll crit this check.
okay, so the crit check. Persephone passes the check. Danny's not affected. Nick,
oh
I
shit!
think
I'm a liar. I don't pass. I fail.
you have a 20 if you wanted to spend it.
Yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do
Nah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Or,
I mean,
Okay,
you're gonna
okay.
die.
or you know,
No,
if you
I'll
want
do it.
Persephone, if you want her story to be that she ends there, that's totally cool as well.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll use it. I'll use it. I'll use it. I'll use
You
it.
cannot
Okay,
die
okay.
and have a crit in your little picture. You can't.
Yep.
All right, then Nick is the only one that feels the effects of the blast. You guys crit success, we won't even take half damage. It is. Wow, that's a good roll for you, Nick. At 6.
Ooh, I'm alive.
Oh my god, I rolled 2 ones on the. I rolled a 1, a 1, and a 4 on 3d6. That was statistically really going to
So
kill
I
Nick.
was at
Wait, so-
35. My max is 43. 43 means I'm dead. But I'm at 41.
Drink your thing.
Screw that. I'm shooting this guy.
Nerd.
Yes. Y'all.
Oh my god.
You can.
It
you
is-
You can't kill me if
my
I kill
turn.
him first.
It is
If you still
technically
kill
yes,
him,
Darian,
I can clean this up at the end. So just
it's all of
Kill
your
him.
turns basically. It is Persephone's technically on initiative order. Persephone is the one that acts next.
I'm going to drive a needle into the heart, casting pinprick.
don't know what that is.
1d10 plus willpower of physical peril. And he can't resist it. So yeah, I'll use 2 chaos die and roll 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
I still pass.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Wait, no, I don't. No, I
No,
don't.
yeah, minus
no, I
10.
Fucking
Yeah,
don't.
so.
God damn it. Okay.
Man.
Okay, so roll those dice. We still got Danny, Nick, and then Polaris to act, so statistically we should be in the clear for Columbus go. But Chaos dice could tell another story. Yep, you're good with the one there.
Has to be
Okay.
2 or more.
Mhm.
Yep, that was lucky. Danny. 2 AP, Castle Doomire around you. This heartless man on the ground before you.
I still have an AP. I still have an AP.
Oh, you do have an AP, yeah.
Drink your
I'm
healing
gonna-
potion.
No, I'm going to stab the heart.
Okay.
I'm going to stab it.
Do it.
It's a simple melee.
Okay.
Still a chance.
I fail.
Danny.
I will throw a dagger. At the heart, I will do take aim. Well, so
Okay.
is called shot and take aim?
I'll say at this point, you can just take aim to shoot at it. Normally you need to make a cooled shot, but it's
Okay.
fine.
So yeah, I will take aim and then throw in dagger. So I get a plus 10. Ugh, no.
Oh no. That's 2 AP down. Okay, Polaris, you're the last person to
I'm
act
on.
before Darian.
Yeah, Nick
Oh,
goes.
Nick goes.
goes.
Yeah, Nick goes. I totally skipped Nick. They both went on
Yeah.
16 as well. Yeah, Nick, you have 2 AP here.
I also have 2 hit points remaining.
Lucky number today.
I have, and I want you also to guess how many bullets are left in my flintlock pistol.
2.
Is there one?
I have 2 bullets left in my flintlock pistol. I have 2 action points. I have 2 hit points. I have
There's a
2 brain
crit
cells
coming
that I
in.
can rub together.
Oh,
There's a crit coming in, and I want to know who's it for. Anybody. If we're happy with letting Nick take this crit, we can take the crit.
I'm happy
No.
with it.
Yeah.
Or you could roll it. That's totally fine. I'm
Man,
just saying there's a lot of
shut up.
glory
You
in
shut
rolling it.
I really
is
would
like
have
kind
liked to have been the one to
I
kill him.
kind of
the
want to
next.
roll it.
That sucks.
We will
I
kill
kind
I
of
want
you.
to see
wanna
the
roll
roll. I kind of want to see the roll.
y'all are
hit.
killing me.
Yeah, there it is.
And he's like super.
He's on the
super
ground. He's
dead
prone.
now.
Extra fury die because he's prone.
Right. Oh, so I get. So it's a fury die because I'm a person. It's a fury die because he's prone, and it's a fury die because it's a pistol.
Yep.
One of those
And the 6
explodes.
re-rolls. Yeah. Oh, explodes right. Oh, you're right. Oh,
That one also
again,
re-rolled because all I do.
18.
Remember the first episode when I rolled
Fury die.
666? We're doing it again.
Oh my
All right,
god.
we
Oh,
get short.
21 damage.
21.
How do you kill a Darian the Heartless Man?
Ooh, boy. Ooh. I got chills.
Sonic.
Nice. Love it. All right. I at this point am grievously wounded. The fake eye patch that I once wore as a sort of pithy joke would now actually come in useful, as I imagine half of my face has slawed off. I am covered in blood and bone is showing in this wasteland. I'm sure I'll die of my wounds soon, as a matter of fact, because no doctor is coming within 9 miles of this castle for the foreseeable future. But there is one thing that I can do, and there is one thing that the Blackhearts can do, and that is save the goddamn world. And I'm going to do that with my boomstick. So I see a Darien like gathering this dark lightning energy and doing what he can, but I just am unfazed. Like I'm taking all this damage and it's washing over me like the tide on the rocks, and just pistol up to his chin and out through the back of his head.
Amazing. Now with one single shot, Sir Nick saved Einem. And then there is then the world.
And then I'll collapse onto the floor.
And then there was silence.
I have a thing.
Go.
If we're still in initiative, I am going to cast the spell that I learned from that book, which is going to take all of us back to Dr. Phineas. After successfully casting the spell, you can basically just take you and up to 6 people back to a place you've been before.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, can you take Eckhart?
Sure.
Does it say, is it people that you can see? Or is it just people that you are close to?
People that you can see, so I guess we would have to walk out and get him.
What's the name of the spell?
There is no castle anymore. That's
oh, right. Was he completely obliterated then?
Did he survive that?
Right.
No.
So you guys look back around you in this moment of you're not in initiative anymore, really, but Polaris is just like about to get you guys the hell out of here. And you look back and you see several piles of just ash and sand where Sir Urquhart and the Plague Hounds were before. You're not sure how much of a showing he gave for himself, but he certainly held them off long enough to give you guys the shot that you needed.
Wow, good use of that spell.
So, Polaris, you got to make the incantation roll?
No, I got a nat 20.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, crit the spell.
Yeah,
and
the spell is Astral Bridge.
What's it called?
So, the spell is Astral Bridge. The distance is any one place you have visited.
Wow.
And it's instantaneous. Nice. After casting the spell, a number of persons equal to your wisdom bonus instantaneously travel to another location.
Okay. And so it was that the Blackhearts returned to Einem, and from Dr. Phineas's laboratory, you can see the fight on the walls, but more than that, you can see the soldiers cheering along the walls. And all you can hear is the whole city celebrating. The war was won.
Dr. Phineas is going to fix me, and then the city is going to hang me, though.
No, we're going to we're going to disguise you. It's fine.
Well,
you can see Nash again.
The Blackhearts won the war for Einem, and at least for a time held back the Blood Plague, returning home. But as to what happened to them next, as to where Danny went, and whether or not Persephone survived, if Polaris went on to cast any more chaos manifestations, and if Nick really lived up to Sir Urquhart's name and became the knight that Sir Urquhart always wanted him to be, we're gonna have to wait to tell that story another time, my friends, because we are all out of it right now. And thus ends Zweihander Blackhearts. Congratulations, you guys.
Woo! We survived!
Fantastic work, everybody. That was, despite the worst dice rolls I've seen in a damn long time.
We got him out of the way early, is what happened.
You got them all out of the way, and boy, that was one hell of a nail biter for a finale. Man, oh man. Well, I can tell you this much. This was a hell of a lot of fun to GM for the past 16 weeks. Getting to learn, play GM as Zweihander, and watch you guys learn it as well has been a lot of fun learning with you. And this game has been so much dang fun, despite being so fucking dark a lot of the time, especially with Polaris' head not being where it should be now. All those chaos dice, all those stressful rolls, that was fucking awesome, and it was a real pleasure to get to GM for you guys and to tell the story for you guys there in the audience for joining us. Wu-Tang Piglet, special shout out to Wu-Tang, who I think without which we would all have been doomed.
Yeah, for sure. Literally saved the game. Literally.
May not have made it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, holy shit. I think, maybe we can get together for a quick 20-minute epilogue session. Maybe we'll just talk about it on Twitter DMs and we'll figure out what happens to the characters. But I can confirm, in fact, that the folks at Guru and Perilous Studios loved this season so much of Blackhearts that they have given us a second season to do later this year. And any and all of you that can make it, the players this season, are invited back to play as well. If you can make it, great. If you can't, then totally understand. But we will be continuing the story as a whole in season 2, which is entitled Gloam Snatchers, which is going to be a lot of fun and pretty dark as well. Yes,
Lydia,
all of the gloam.
Persephone and Polaris season 2.
We can see it forever. I'm so glad you didn't die.
God. I can't tell you guys how fucking sweaty and stressed I was.
You're gonna have to update your map to include a blast zone.
Yeah, this whole radius, a 9-mile radius was fucked. A 9-mile
radius. Perfect, it was terrible because we almost died, but what a perfect effect to have happen.
It was spectacular.
Perfect.
Oh man.
There was real magic in that roll, right there. Holy shit, my friends. Well, there's a lot to process, a lot to take in. A lot just happened, but it's 11 o'clock, so we've got to run. So I guess let's go around to cast and the crew. Did we enjoy this season? Where can we find you guys online? Let's start with Kimmy. How was that for you and Danny?
That was amazing. You can find me on Twitter at MissCommunity85, and most importantly, I have a limerick that I have to read now at the end of this. So, his generosity was greatly appreciated. The magical items so thankfully donated. They needed all the help they could get. Forever the Blackhearts will be in his debt. Wu-Tang Piglet in perpetuity to be celebrated.
Fantastic. Oh my god. Big handful of Wu-Tang. Saving our bacon there.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, unintentional. I'm just a comic genius. I don't even mean to be funny. I just am. Oh my god, my brain is fucking fried. Kimmy, what do you think of the season? Where can we find you online?
Just MissCommunity85 on Twitter. That's it. I cannot wait to help participate in season 2, hopefully, because that sounds amazing. I hope it's not the same time as my wedding, because I'm getting married at the end of the year. But otherwise, I'll be there.
Actually, I booked it specifically for your wedding. Yeah. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, I don't have a start date yet, but I know it's going to be happening within the next month or 2 or so. So yeah, in the not too distant future, there will be more Blackheart adventures, no doubt. Man, Doxy. Whew. There was some clutch rolls there. There was some not so clutch rolls.
Yeah.
There was a beautiful moment with Mash. It has to be said.
I almost cried.
How was that?
Amazing. I've really grown very attached to Persephone. I think that she probably went back into the woods to raise her goats and tend her garden and be pen pals with Mash. I thank you for inviting me to this. It's really been just an amazing game system. It was such a fun story, and I am incredibly thankful to have met all of the cast. I cherish you all. I'm Zero Doxy. I'm a disgusting human being, and I have a quack button. And you can follow me on Twitter at ZERODOXY or Twitch at twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Bill.
Appreciate it. This is awesome. Loved Persephone and all the tough choices that she made, because I think without Persephone, it might have been an easier road, but it would have definitely not have been as interesting a road. So yeah, that was fantastic. Fuck, Ruben, man, it wouldn't have been the Blackhearts without Nick there the whole time, and now Sir Nick now, in fact.
Yeah.
Sir Nick.
How was that for our boy, our orphan boy?
If you'll indulge me, I'm going to read the certificate of death from the back of the Zweihander booklet here, since I don't think I'll be able to take part as a regular cast member on any future dealings. Maybe I'll drop in, especially because I still have to murder Persephone for all the bullshit. No, I'm kidding.
You're gonna murder Persephone and not Danny. Danny was way worse than Persephone.
Danny was. That's fair.
Come on now, kids.
Not to Nick. Not to Nick.
Certificate of death, or the record of dying, for Sir Nicholas Rattenberry by way of old age. Continued fighting the good fight, retired an old man, passed on the Blackhearts to its rightful heir, Katrine, finally earned a living as an honorable man.
Ah, fantastic.
I love that.
Oh.
What a great little story we told. I wonder what Charlie's up to.
Oh yeah.
Not much anymore.
Well,
Let's hope he made it out of 9 miles.
yeah, exactly.
Time.
I think he made it to Arkenbury.
I will feel so bad
like
if
to
I
think
found
you
out
did
I
too.
murdered Charlie.
No, I don't. I think well, Arkenbury's really far away. I think we might have caught Dewey in the blast radius.
The
Yeah,
library's
library
But,
is gone now.
The whole library's gone.
Collateral
Yeah,
damage,
library's
but
gone. Oh well. Well, that was spectacular. Thank you so much, Will. Thank you so much, the Blackhearts. Hi everyone. My name's Ruben. You can follow me everywhere at MOXREUBY. I got my Gen Con, one of my panels at Gen Con got solidified. You can join me on Thursday, I'm going to say Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. of Gen Con for what happens when you're GMing a game and things go awry and go off script. And we're going to be talking about that. Imagine that happening in any shape or form in our little party here as well. I also have a Dungeons and Dragons show called The Broken Pact, and we were given a preview card for the next Magic the Gathering set to preview, which that video where we recorded our video showing off our new preview card, and that will be airing on Mana Dorks on the Saving Throw Show Network at 8 p.m. Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific on Monday. So if you tune into twitch.tv/Saving Throw Show and join Jordan Pridgeon and Gaurav Gulati for their Magic the Gathering Arena show, you'll also see me and the rest of the Broken Pact showing off our thing that we got. And you're going to like it a lot. It is specific to the Broken Pact and to role-playing games, and I think that people will really enjoy it.
Fantastic. Oh man, and Lydia, Polaris had some moments there with the magic, both bad and good. How was that for you and Polaris?
I had such a great time. The ending couldn't have been any better. I can't believe that I failed like 99% of my rolls trying to fly up a wall, something very easy, but we could go to Dr. Phineas in the end there. Nothing makes sense when you're gaming, but I had such a great time. This was wonderful. I live for dark, horror, perilous, grim games, so this is everything I could want in my life. I'm super thankful for you, Will, for inviting me to this, and I'm thankful to have met all of you. And I'm so happy that Polaris and Persephone can continue their bromance.
Yay!
Also, I'm still pretty mad at Speedy for that letter. I'm Lydia.
Yeah. Well done, Speedy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Speedy. Happy birthday, you jerk. I'm Lydia. You can find me on Twitter at CastleMacLydia. You can find me playing tabletop RPGs on my family's Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/CastleMac. Right now we are playing a game called Orpheus, which is a lot of ghosts. It's a ghost story, and it's super fun, and we would love if you would come and watch us on Sunday nights. That's it for me.
Fantastic. Well, I'll just end off things, I suppose, by saying big thank you to both the cast. Obviously, you guys are fantastic and brought this story to life. Really, I just that you guys do a lot of the work, and it's great to have a crew like that. You can just roleplay for 3 hours and plot and plan some more, and then laugh as the plan goes horribly wrong with the dice rolls that you guys have been seeing this season. But yeah, that's a big one, and a big thank you as well to Zweihander as well. I absolutely love this game. There are games that come along every now and again, and they're really special, that sort of reignite your passion for GMing and for role-playing games, and this is definitely one of them. I've been super burnt out on playing D&D, and Zweihander's just been this fantastic sort of fresh feel, I guess, for role-playing stuff, and I'm really excited to jam this some more. I feel like I could do this forever. So and that's a rare feeling when you GM 7 or 8 times a week with different games. So yeah, big thank you to those guys, and again to the crew, and of course our audience, who've been absolutely fantastic, helping these guys out each week with nat 20s, encouragement, and magic items and the like. And it's been fun trying to weave those into the story with various different NPCs. I'm excited to head into the new season. There'll be more news about that on our Twitter if you want to follow us. It's at EncounterRP. If you want to check out Zweihander, check out grimandperilous.com. But my friends, that's all we have time for tonight. So big thank you from myself and all of the Blackhearts for watching this season. And until next time, for a little while, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be there laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye! And bye from MASH too!